I'm the Longevity Gamer, and this is my first day of a 30-day challenge for game development, where I'm going to try to make a little game every day for 30 days in a row. And the goal is to learn and use AI tools such as ChatGPT or other LLMs and other tools that I haven't used yet to test them out, see how well they work for making small game prototypes, basically. So what I have here is a prompt which I just wrote. Took me maybe 10 minutes to think of this idea and then type it out. So I'll go through that. I'm using the O3 model, the smartest one apparently. But yeah, let's look at this. What we're going to use is Pygame in Python to write, because I've done quite a few scripts before and small games using this, and I know that it is quite good at writing this kind of code already. So write a small Pygame demo. It's a basic start to a two-player fighting platformer game. Use WASD and arrow keys for each player to move and jump. Left control and right control on the keyboard are the action or fighting single attack button for now. And then players start on a rectangular stage facing off. One falls off, touches the bottom of the screen, freeze the game, and declare the other player the winner. Action is a simple attack on a short cooldown, direction they're facing. Yeah, basically draw colored shapes to represent the players for now. I don't know if it can do capsule. I hope that it probably can. Just use red and blue for each player. Flash a shape for show the attack. Each time player gets hit, they take some damage, and then they get knocked back. A little more each time, based on the damage. Add a little bit of upward knockback too, so they fly a little bit instead of just hitting the ground. I'm not sure how it's going to code the physics exactly for this, but I assume it's pretty smart, and I think it's done well with that before. Put all constants into a settings file for easy adjusting. I know that's been helpful in the past. So let's just see, what does it do with this? And while it's thinking and writing this code, I will show you just the basics of how I'm going to run it. I have, I should make another folder here. Let's open that in Explorer. Yeah, games. So call its new one is going to be challenges. Game dev challenges, and we're going to do day 1 in here. Looks like it's already done. Okay, so now we can go into game dev challenges day 1. Okay, and let's grab the code. Below is minimal, fully working 2-file starter kit. So there's our JSON file. Let's put it in here. We'll do new item settings, JSON, and new item name.py. And then we'll open that in. Do I already have this open? Yeah, I have this open. So let's go into games. And where is it? Game dev challenges. There we go. So we've got this and this. Paste that in our settings file. Let's grab the code for the game. That's how long it is. We're just going to run it and see how it works before we look at the code. Vibecoding. So then we run Python. By the way, installing Python is easy. Just go Google it, download the latest. You do have to add it to your environment variables to run it on PowerShell, but that's what I'm doing here, and it's pretty quick to set up. So main run. Problem. Okay. What did we do now? Let's see. We could just copy and paste this error. It can't find the settings. I didn't name it correctly. That's why. Try it again. There we go. Wow, look at that. It's a capsule. Okay, so we don't have jump yet. Do we have attack? Oh, look at that. We even have attack already. Does it knock back? No. Okay. And this control, yeah. Okay, so that has an attack. All right. And what happens? One falls off, blue wins. And it resets. So I know it has some bugs here, so we'll tell it the feedback and see if it can fix the knockback not working. But impressive, I would say. So, all right, here we go. Let's give it the feedback and see what it says. Tweaking, extending, adjust feel, knockback, physics, yeah, attacks, damage UI, yeah, we definitely want damage UI. Okay, good start. Always be nice, right? Because AI will be smarter than us someday. And we want it to remember we're nice. So let's add, actually, you know what? I'm going to do voice here. So I tested it out, and it mostly works, except for the attack does not seem to be hitting the opponent yet. Period. So let's add a damage above each player, like you said, having a health bar and percentage or damage number. And then see if you can figure out why it's not, like the attack is not colliding or hitting the opponent too. It still seems so crazy to me that we can code like this. But we can. And I want to do more of it. At least for 30 days to learn more. Below, all right, updated drop-in replacement. Only new lines are shown here. So we have more font stuff. Cool. It did text. And then this is the complete file we can replace. So let's do it. This video is only 9 minutes so far. That's pretty good. That does not look like it worked. Need a comma here. There we go. And there's no comments in JSON, so remember to delete those before you try to use it. Unless there's a way to set up JSON comments. I think I've got that working before. So let's copy all the code and see if it fixed it. Let's just close others. Oh, we have 2 here. That's not good. Okay, first replace this. Second, get rid of this. Don't need the incorrect one anymore. All right. Try it again. Okay, we got that. And let's see. Can we attack? Oh, look at that. It even does like a animation of the... So, that looks like it's working. Now, let's give the feedback. It's just not applying any knockback. Here we go. Okay, this is better. Now the damage is working. It's being applied every time we attack, but we're not seeing any knockback yet. Why would that be? Question mark. So, let's see, why were we not? Little details. Okay. Need a little more in here. Okay, add that. Get rid of the comment. And replace this, okay. Player bits. Okay, player, I just called it the main loop. Let's ask it. Great, can you integrate these into the whole file for me? All right. I probably could, in my initial prompts, ask it to always show the whole file. But later, I think the solution is to actually use, did it send that prompt? Okay. Okay, so I want the whole file, and I'll just take its, let's just see if that works. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Okay, I think it's working. And it took how many prompts? Maybe 3 prompts. So there's initial prompt 1. Good start, but there was no attack hitting the opponent. So that's 2. And then we did, the damage was working, but there's no knockback. And then we asked for 1 more just to integrate those changes, and that worked. So now it's working. Now we can adjust it. So let's look at these settings. We have all of these parameters to change to see if we can actually make the game fun to play. And I haven't even looked at these yet at all because they were just written. I think definitely the knockback is a little too much at first, right? So let's base knockback, let's put it down to 1. See what that changes. See, now we're just a game designer, right? We're just, even that's too much. The upward is probably too much, right? So upward knockback, yeah, that's gonna be that's interesting. Changing the base knockback did not seem to make much difference, did it? But let's try 0.2. Should be a lot less, I think. Still a lot. So maybe this is not working like we thought yet. Now the scaling might be too high as well. Let's try that. Okay. And for this player, just to make sure. Can we go the other way? Yes, we can. Oh, also the closer you are, the more the knockback is, I think. Maybe? Oh, we can test that. So if we go there. Interesting. Yeah, I want it to be much more gradual than that still. So let's do one more. Should be very gradual now. And let's do even less. Base knockback. Why not 0.1? Upward 0.02 should be very small now. Oh, there we go. So this is starting to feel better. All right. Okay, I think that's working. Now the other thing we asked, or I was actually hoping it would have, is jump. Can you add a jump for each player using the up direction? And also some air control. All right, so let me, before we go testing and working more on this game, let me talk about what the idea I had for the future of this game, what the rest of it might look like. Because I played a lot of, Super Smash Brothers growing up, but I thought it would be really cool if at the beginning of the fighting game, both players would have the chance to select from a, 3 options, the different parameters of the fighting game. So, do they want the fighting game to be knockback based or, damage based and knockout based? So, after your health bar goes down, you lose. That could be an option to present it to one player. Another option could be, do you start with a double jump? Everything, I think, would be a fair start for both players. Like they would have the same attacks, same health, same movement and everything. But each round, the rules of the game can be changed and selected by each player. So the game evolves over time, and it's always fair because all the rules are applied to both players. So that's the idea I had. I think we could start doing that right now. Let's just see, did it add the air? The jumping, I think, is really important. So let's put that in. Oh, that deleted too much. Only change parts. Yeah, that. I'll ask it to. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's see if we can fix this. Can you always show the changes in the entire file, please, from now on? Okay. And oops, that's history. I meant And can you show me the current state of each file right now? All right, so let's put these in. And settings first. Oh, I just overwrote my settings and we don't, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna merge these really quick. I just want to save these ones. So let's get rid of those. All right. Delete those. Hopefully I did that correctly. And the other file. Did it work? Let's see. We don't have a jump. We still have the attacks. Maybe I didn't add the jump amount. Is there a jump in here? We do have jump velocity. Jump. Oh, minus 13. What about positive 13? Where's my... No? No, no jumping working yet. There seems to be, let's see. There seems to be a bug with the jump. Oh, yeah, I could have told it it's not jumping at all. Anyway. So it does edge of platform detection. Okay. Complete file. Let's see what happened. No. Yeah, okay, I need to tell it the jump is not working yet. Actually, there is no jumping happening yet when pressing the up arrow or W key. How can we debug this? Question mark. Did that, or West key. Give him, all right. So, as you can see, this is the time-consuming part. The beginning is a lot of fast progress, but then iterating gets very slow. So what was the problem? Still using old rectangle, okay. Let's see if that's fixed. Nope. Yeah, so it's a challenging problem for it apparently. Yeah, we broke it. Gave it a task that's too difficult. Which I've actually it's been pretty easy in the past when I've done these game tests to see how smart is it at game development, how can it, how far can we push it. So it's still, game development seems like a very good stress test for AI coding. So I think we will call it good here and for today. And I would like to do this same test again using a different tool, maybe cursor, maybe codex. I did get that set up, or maybe GitHub Copilot. And we're gonna try different tools. Maybe I'll do 30 days of this same game, and maybe at some point it will become playable and fun. I mean, it is already playable, but jump would make it a lot better. So I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope that was entertaining and maybe educational. See you in the next one, hopefully.